What's good, YouTube? It's your man Rage King back with another one. Yes, another upload to the channel. And before we get started, actually, if y'all please go down there and hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that share button, hit that bell for notifications if you're new. Welcome to Rebel Rage TV. This is how we do Rage and Rebels. Crown up. And if you're new to the crew, welcome to the Rage and Rebel Revolution. Now let's vibe, and y'all, we got to talk about this, man. We got to talk about this. Now, I know MK1, or as we all know, I should say, MK1 is fast approaching, man. It's fast approaching, and the moment I can get my hands on that game is going down. But however, we in the waiting period now. We're in the grace period for right now. So in this video, I'm going to be discussing things that are missing in MK11 still to this day. But in this video, I'm going to focus specifically on stage fatalities that are missing in this game. Now, before I get into it, y'all all know how I feel about Mortal Kombat 11. There is no secret to how I feel about MK11. I will die at my grave. I will go to my grave completely believing that this game is still unfinished. I believe it is the most broken, buggy game that Mortal Kombat has ever released. I don't care what anyone says about that. There's no argument you can give me to convince me otherwise. I know what my eyes tell me. I know what the gameplay has told me, and I simply, in my heart of hearts, if you've been playing any kind of fight game ever in your life, this game, in my opinion, from the hitboxes to the mechanics to the frame data, if there is a such thing in this game, absolute trash. I will die by that. It looks phenomenal, but it's absolute trash to play. As somebody in my comments said, King Lion of Judah, shout out to you, as he once told me, this game is, in his opinion and in mine too, a beautiful disaster. Now, having said all that, let's look at all the different stage fatalities that are missing still in this game. For one, let's start off with the Coliseum Beast Pen. As you see right here, just let me walk Melina over here. I'm going to give her a quick uppercut just to give her some space. As you see right here, this cage where Scarlet is walking back and forth from, this little pit right here, this cage right here, could have easily been a stage fatality. Notice the platform that goes up and down to deliver a monster, or a monster's going up, or a monster's coming, or a monster's entering and comes back down, the monster's entering. You could have had several stage fatalities right here. You could have easily had someone get pushed into the cage when the platform is going up and then comes back down and crush them. You could have easily had, in a second, you're going to see over here by Melina, you're going to see an ogre and a few other monsters held by chains or being pulled over there, as you see right there as I speak on it. You see the big ogre back here, the big ogre-like figure back here, how he brings that monster into it. You could, if there's a monster into it, you could have easily put somebody in there and that monster devours you. You understand what I'm saying? Hell, the big ogre himself, he could have, you know, stage fatality is you could have pushed him into the ogre. He turns around and he just crushes you. Or he literally beats you to a pulp. You understand what I'm saying? Notice these different cages back here with also different monsters in it. You could have opened those up and either released the monster to come attack you or pushed somebody into the monster as a stage fatality and have them devour you. You know what I'm saying? There was so many different stage fatalities in this game. Or in this mode, I should say. In this game, yes, but in this mode, that I think just really, that was really a missed opportunity. And that's honestly how I classify MK11. A very big missed opportunity, especially with all the money they made off this game. There's no reason why anything should be missing. But that's just my opinion on that. Let's move on. Another stage in this game I think is missing stage fatalities is Kotal's Coliseum. It's actually right above the Coliseum Beast Pen. Notice the names, right? As you look in the background, you see the chariot that was running back there. Stage fatality could have been you knock somebody in the way of the chariot and the chariot runs them over. You know what I'm saying? Or they get trampled to death, something like that. You see the pit right here, right behind us? You could have simply uppercutted somebody as a stage fatality inside the pit, and it has a monster in it that comes and mutilates you. You understand what I'm saying? The monsters that come out of the pit. Say you have a monster that's coming out of the pit. As I said, look what happens. See how you have what looks like a harpy-like being just destroying this dead body over. It's about to destroy this dead body over this dead Aztec back here. That could have been a stage fatality for somebody else getting devoured by whatever harpy-like being that was. You understand what I'm saying? Things of that nature. That easily could have been a stage fatality, in my opinion. But that's just me. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Let's move on. This one right here, I'm not even gonna lie, it kind of irks my nerves a little bit that we didn't get a stage fatality for this stage right here. I'm not sure what the name of the stage in MKX was, but there was a pier or a dock of some sort where they were fighting amongst a body of water, and one of the brutalities on there, one of the brutalities on there was getting knocked into the water, getting uppercutted or getting hit into the water, knocked off the pier or the dock, whatever you want to call it, and having your body ripped to shreds by the powers of the sea. You understand what I'm saying? Here we have a sea of blood. There was several stage fatalities or brutalities, whatever you want to call them in this. I call them stage fatalities when it involves a stage that you could have easily used and had in this game to add to, that could have added to the stage and added to the lore of the game. Now, when I'm talking stage fatalities, I'm talking, this is not something that I personally wanted to see, though I would like to see it. It's more of, I don't see how it would have hurt the game if they were in there. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, you got in MKX, just the game before, if you were to uppercut or beat somebody into the water, the sea would rip them apart. Now you have the sea of blood. We literally saw Kung Lao in the story mode of this game right here get thrown into the sea of blood and was presumably killed. You understand what I'm saying? So why not have that aspect in the online multiplayer facet of the game? You could have easily knocked them into the sea of blood and they could have drowned or been ripped apart due to the current. Or they'd have been hit in the water, looked like they survived, and then got hit by a boat and then completely mutilated by the boat. You understand what I'm saying? Just small things of that nature. Hell, I would have even taken this cannon right here as a stage fatality. You turn the cannon around and just blow somebody to smithereens. I would have been, pause by the way, I would have been cool with that. Those are just things I think should have been added to the game that would have made the game just that much more enticing to play and look at. Let's move on. This was yet another stage that kind of had me confused as to why it didn't have a stage fatality. I'm going to show you why. So as I get Kotal Khan to go into the corner, right? I'm just going to put him in the corner real quick, right? Or close enough to it. You see that T-Rex back there that's completely bit the neck off of whatever dinosaur that is in the background with his tongue hanging out because he's clearly been mauled. You see how this T-Rex back here just sits there and lies in wait and looks like he's already pissed off? Why was that not added as a stage brutality or a stage fatality in the online experience? When you're fighting Kronika, it literally comes to life and stomps all over you and does a nice little chunk of damage. As you see, he's ready to devour. He's ready to eat. So why would that not be a stage fatality in the game on the online part? You could have easily had someone come in and get stomped to death by the T-Rex. You could have had somebody get completely ate up by the T-Rex, pause. But just the fact that you have something like that lifelike, that interactive, and it wasn't used as a stage fatality is just absolutely crazy to me. I always wondered why they never added that into the game. Further hinting to the reason why I say this game was not finished. Let's move on. This stage right here, in my opinion, was absolutely perfect for a stage fatality, and they just never capitalized on it. So as I put Johnny Cage into the corner, right? Take a look at what's coming out of that big giant hole back in the back. See that big ass spider back there? Why was that not added into the game as a stage fatality? You could have easily had the spider come out, devour, rip you apart, or put you in a spider web and have the smaller spiders come in and absolutely pummel you. You understand what I'm saying? Look at the other one out of the other hole. That could have came and destroyed you and everything like that. Hell, I would have even taken this right here. I would have even taken that as a stage fatality, seeing how that's more of like an acid-like substance. That could have melted your skin right off the bones. I never did understood why they had, and I'm not gonna lie. The Hive of the Kai 10 is one of the better stages, the better looking stages, in my opinion, that NetherRealm has ever created. And just look at it. It looks so badass for what it is. You understand what I'm saying? And I never understood. When you go to the Kai 10, you go to the Hive of the Kai 10 in the crypt, the spiders come out and attack you. They come out and jump, and they will kill you if you're not careful. So why was that not a stage fatality in the online aspect of the game? That would have added so much more to this stage. It's already badass, don't get me wrong, but that would have been the icing on the cake right there. That would have been the icing and the cherry on top to have a stage fatality where you got different Kai 10 like bugs and beings ripping you apart or taking you back to the kids and the kids destroy you. You know what I'm saying? Just things of that nature, man. That would have been so badass. And finally, now I know this stage right here, this is more of a personal wish of mine, if you will. But I just saw so much potential with stage fatalities with this particular stage right here as well. as you take a look right behind, as you take a look right in the background of Baraka and Collector, you see this baby Baraka right here. You see him right here. He could have been added as a stage fatality. Oh hell, all of the Tarkatans could have been added into a stage fatality where you beat them up, you hit the button to trigger the stage fatality, and a bunch of, you hear maybe a horn and the flag being planted into the ground saying something like fresh meat or something like that, and you could have had a bunch of Tarkatans just come up and run up on the loser of the match and rip them apart like a bunch of piranhas on land. You understand what I'm saying? Just rip them up. Everybody takes a body part and starts munching on it. Stage fatality. Or even this fire you have back here, where they're roasting these bodies on an open flame. You could have easily had a fatality where you knock them into the fire, they get stuck on one of those pieces of wood or land right in the middle of the fire, and they just get burned alive. Just to add to this stage, which is also a very good looking stage. Like I said, Mortal Kombat 11 is a very beautiful looking game. It looks phenomenal. It just played like dog shit. Now, and you could have easily, in my opinion, used that fire for a stage fatality as well, and also been featured upon by the Tarkatans. There was just so much more. There was just so much more they could have did with this game that never truly got done. But that's just my opinion, man. Y'all let me know down in the comment section what y'all think about this list of stage fatalities still missing from MK11, man. Would you have added them on? And hell, what other stages do you think should have had a stage fatality, and what do you think that should have been? As long as you remain respectful and logical, we can have a conversation. But that's the end of my video. Hope y'all enjoyed. It's been a pleasure making it for you. Y'all have a great day. God bless.